guys. Okay. All right. So we're recording. Okay. So yeah, I'll just kind of start over again, just really quick with it. I'm a nurse of over 21 years. My background is all ER medicine, and 2.5 years I've been using the products. And the changes that I saw, actually, I didn't share that with you, is that I had gained some weight, like 20 pounds over 2 years. And I was a marathon runner at the time. So I was running like 35 plus miles a week, cross training at the gym. At 41, I stopped having periods. So that's really, really young for menopause. And so by the time I was 48, that's when all these crazy changes were happening. So I knew that there was a hormonal component. And that also I was really bloated and gassy and constipated. And so, but I just kind of thought, all right, that's just me. Anyway, I didn't know that that's not normal and we should be pooping every day. So when we talk about the big building blocks of plexus, we talk about gut health. So we're going to balance our microbiome, which is like our second brain. You know, there's a gut brain connection. So our serotonin, our melatonin, and our immune system. 90% of our melatonin and serotonin our gut's responsible for, and 70 to 80% our immune system is like our gut's responsible for a healthy, strong immune system. So when you get an imbalance there, that's where you start to see people struggling in those areas. So there are more people on prescriptions for anxiety and depression right now than I even care to share. You know, working in the ER, I get their med list and I see that all the time. And I think, wow, this is just, it could simply just be a gut health problem. It's not necessarily mental health, but it shows up that way. But you fix the gut and you watch all these things go away. So they call us the health and happiness company, because when you feel good, you're sleeping well, you're pooping good. Imagine how happy you are. So, and then the energy is there. I'll show you really quick our products, our basic products for gut health, reducing inflammation and balancing hormones is Slim. And I know that sounds like, oh, this is a weight loss thing. Not necessarily. My sister-in-law weighs 108 pounds and she's 5'4", just like me. So our weight is very different. I had that 20 pounds to lose. She didn't have a pound to lose. What she did was, because it balanced her hormones, she actually put on healthy weight. So her BMI is finally normal. So she's not underweight anymore. She's healthy weight. For me, I lost the 20 pounds I wanted and I kept it off, and I did it the right way. So there's no stimulants in it. It's chromium that drives sugars into the cells for energy. So again, like for college kids, like this crazy energy is amazing, and you don't have to drink all this caffeine to keep yourself going or keep yourself focused for class. And that caffeine, so now I've seen people, right, in their 30s and 40s who went to college, drank a ton of coffee, and that caffeine, the pH in it destroys your gut microbiome. It creates a dysbiosis or imbalance. And then like I had a person tell me, was it yesterday, Mackenzie, on the call? Yeah, saying, yeah, it was yesterday, that they didn't used to have irritable bowel, but all of a sudden it just showed up. But I was like, well, you're in college, you know, there's a lot of stress, and probably the foods you're eating or more caffeine that you're using is creating that imbalance. So I love that this just restores you back to a healthy pH too, because you want to be more alkaline than you want to be acidic in your body. And so this is all kind of like nursing, just I get it, and it makes perfect sense, and it's exciting for me because it's just so easy. It's a pink drink. This is what it looks like, this little cute stick of Slim. You just pour it like in a cup of water, even like, I mean, this is kind of a big cup of water, but you could pour it in there, mix it up. And it's a really lightly flavored, my son calls it Kool-Aid. He's 18. He's like, well, it's just a lightly flavored. It's not sugary at all. So there's just stevia, a natural sweetener in there, the chromium, and some other great antioxidants and things to reduce inflammation. So anybody with like aches and pains, if you're trying to, you know, pop an ibuprofen for even migraines stuff, you'll see a difference with Slim. The other thing that comes with Slim is the ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. So this is the little combo. This actually comes together in a little pack right now that's only $59, which is ridiculous because this is normally $74 by itself. But our little team is doing a special right now. So it's kind of fun if you're trying to like focus on your gut, get things balanced there. This is the basic place to start. Our probiotic is awesome because it has a special enzyme in it, digestive enzyme, that basically cleans up your gut garden. and your VioCleanse clears it away. It's like your trash man here. So here's your gardener, here's your trash man, and it scoops it all up and gets rid of it and just cleans your system. So it gets back the pH to a more alkaline state, which disease cannot live in that kind of a state. So for me, like, I'll never ever stop taking these 3 products for sure. And then X Factor Plus multivitamin is methylated. And so 60% of us don't methylate, which means if we take in something synthetic, we truly are just pooping and peeing that out because our body doesn't know what to do with it. And so when I found that out, I was like, what's the name of that gene mutation? And it's called MTHFR, which is all capitals. Sounds like a bad word, but it's not. I had my doctor add that on, and I'm positive for it. And so that was crazy because I was like, well, no wonder I never felt different with vitamins and supplements before. It's because I wasn't absorbing any of it. And so that was really kind of crazy because I'm like, 60% of people are like that. So really, if you're doing any supplementation, always look for something that's methylated. And so, like, gosh, you can use this as a prenatal multivitamin, postpartum multivitamin. So it's safe for everyone. Even young kids can take it. It's capsule form. So if they can swallow, they can use this too. So it's beautiful, B complex, like vitamin D, A, and E. So my son takes it for he had cystic acne. So this has really helped clear up his acne, as well as some other things too that I can share with you about. We have a skin serum line that works on our microbiome from the outside in. And these products itself will clear up a lot of skin issues because, again, it's getting to the root cause of, like, why is my immune system just not working? Why can't I fight off acne? Our bodies should be able to do that. And warts too. Did you know that? Warts are a virus that our body should naturally be able to fight off. So if you notice you have warts at all anywhere, that means you've got a little tweak in your immune system that you could build stronger to let your body naturally take care of that. The active, I'll share with you because Mackenzie, this is her favorite little thing right now. You can actually mix this drink with your Slim in the morning for some really cool energy, or you can use it like as a pre-workout before you go to the gym. It's great for muscle recovery. So if you tend to get a little achy or sore after you exercise, it allows your body to produce more nitric oxide. So it's just giving more oxygen to the cells. So you get better endurance. So my son he plays 3 sports, and he always drinks it before a game. And he's just like, there's no fatigue during his game. He can finish whatever it is. He played water polo, then he played soccer, all varsity, and he's a senior right now. And then he was playing baseball, and then his season got cut short. But but it was been really great for the natural clean energy instead of those cruddy energy drinks. This has like turmeric in it. So that's the other thing I love is everything's plant-based. So there's nothing synthetic, no artificial colors or flavors. Everything is from a plant or so there's blueberry, tart cherry, broccoli, kale. The turmeric is what gives it the orange color, and it's flavored peach mango. So it's delicious. And then again, like you mix it with one of the Slims and it's really good. So it's kind of cool. They made it so the flavors are compatible. So if you wanted to just get one drink in you can do that or split it up in the day. Let's see, we have meal replacement shake too. Or like my son, he uses it to actually put healthy weight on because he is so active. He's very lean, and it is called lean, but it builds muscle, has amino acids, the healthy proteins, whey or vegan. So we have 2 options, which is cool because some people are like, no, they're very vegan or vegetarian friendly because again, it's plant-based. We do have like an anti-inflammatory, it's not here on my desk, called Ease. And that one's great. That's replaced our ibuprofen in the house. And then again, turmeric, green lip mussel. So it smells like the ocean. That one's kind of interesting, but it's amazing what it does for any kind of aches and pains. So I say Plexus is for everyone from like 6 months old to 120. There's something here for everyone. And anyway, I don't know. Is there anything that interests you from what you've heard so far? There's a weight management. So I call it weight management because it's either, gain or lose, whatever it is. There's something for you. The gut health portion, or we have this consciously clean skincare and collagen too. So
Yeah, that sounds really good. And I have quite a few family members that struggle with a lot of health problems. And I personally, I'm autoimmune, so I have problems with that too. But something I wanted to ask about, you said that it's all plant-based.
Mhm.
Wouldn't it be better just to purchase the plants that they come from and have it naturally rather than taking supplements?
Yeah, that's a great question or great comment. Um, so the amount of broccoli that you're going to get in this one little slim packet is 9 cups. That's how much chromium is in here. So I'm like, I don't want to have 9 cups of broccoli because that would make me actually get sick. But I do love broccoli. And so that's the cool thing is it's backed by science. It's formulated by a scientific board of physicians that we have with Plexus. And they've put things together. And that's what just kind of blows my mind. I'm like, so you said autoimmune. Do you care if I ask what type of autoimmune disease you have?
I forget what it's specifically called. I just know that my white blood cells reproduce at such a fast rate that they come out half formed. And then my body will try to kill off those white blood cells because it doesn't recognize it as a white blood cell.
Oh my goodness. Do you spike fevers just kind of randomly out of nowhere?
No, not out of nowhere, but when I get sick, I do tend to have fever.
Okay, my nephew has something very similar to that, so that's very interesting. Yeah, so autoimmune is it's your body's just attacking itself for some reason, and it can be related to gut. Well, it is always
Mhm.
related to gut. Okay, so the X Factor Plus has aloe in it. This is going to lay down this beautiful aloe and heal your intestinal lining, because what happens is you get leaky gut, and leaky gut is from Candida yeast overgrowth. If you've heard of that at all. But that is the culprit behind why so many people have leaky gut. And it creates micro holes in your intestinal lining so that it creates gaps. And so it allows food particles, parasites, fungus, bacteria, anything that we're eating. Like, yeah, the food particles, which kind of grossed me out. I was like, oh my gosh, that's true, would seep into your bloodstream. And so in your bloodstream, you got all these macrophages and eosinophils and all these things, right? White blood cells, like recognizing that there's a foreign invader in my bloodstream. I need to go attack that. And so it attacks your body, right? Like sometimes systemic, head to toe. So you fix the gut, your body stops doing that. It stops releasing all this histamine. And so skin rashes, some people get random skin rashes. It's probably leaky gut or food allergies or environmental allergies too. I've had people say that they don't take their inhalers or all their seasonal allergy medicine anymore because, again, you get to the root cause of inflammation and your body doesn't overreact anymore. So that's really cool, actually. Thank you for sharing that because that is important. And you do want to focus on, again, a really good probiotic because you want to build a better balance of microbes. So in America, it's like an 80-20, 80% bad, 20% good in most people's intestines because of our foods we eat, the soil it's grown in, our environment, right? The things we're breathing in. Um, and so we want to shift it. We want 20% bad and we want 80% good. And so that's what this little ProBio 5 does. That's why I kind of call it, well, we liken it to a garden because it really is. You're trying to get these good, healthy bugs to grow and flourish and crowd out the bad. And that's what ProBio 5 does. And we have Vital Biome, which is another great probiotic. When you look at the different strains, that's what's really interesting is they're scientifically studied strains, and you'll see that when you would look them up. It literally took me seconds. I tell everyone, just look up the ingredients. It'll blow your mind. And then to see that they've combined it together. So like Vital Biome is specifically for people who have anxiety and depression. It's 8 strains of probiotics. And that's what's super cool is that fixes the mental health component because you're feeding the right gut bugs. And so um, and again, we've just only cracked the surface. Like there are so many different strains of bacteria um, that are being studied right now too to target different illnesses. So like autism, we're seeing not a fix of autism. Like Plexus will say they're never going to cure, prevent, diagnose, or treat disease. But you'd be surprised. Like Mackenzie's mama